if the value you are providing or the problem you are solving through the product that your startup is building, if that problem in a way is recession proof, is not based on a hype. Let's say you were doing I'll take a very crude example, COVID vaccine or something that analyze COVID infection data. If your startup was based on, we went through this and we found there were no oxygen cylinders available, there were no COVID beds available and all that, and now my startup is going to come up with an innovative way of providing you this analytical data of this. Well, you may be in for a surprise, even if COVID is still here, but people are not caring about COVID anymore now, right? So you were based on a hype cycle, and so you are obviously recession hits. Now, if there is no recession and COVID remains what it is, hospitals or governments may still pay for a product like that to prepare themselves for the next pandemic. But if now recession is happening, they are going to cut down what is not an immediate problem, right? But if you are talking about not COVID beds but general beds, as an example, general beds, general vaccines, your product can be used for any of these things. Yes, healthcare companies, healthcare departments, hospitals will buy your product. You get it? So how you make your startup recession proof is focusing on a problem that is not based on hype cycle that was going on, right? If you are any kind of hype cycle, I have some clients who are in, I'll not name them in case they listen to this, they were based on a hype cycle of certain SaaS. A lot of things are going to SaaS, right? And now migration to SaaS will continue, but a particular problem they were going to solve using SaaS product instead of on-prem appliance, let's say. Now that migration may slow down, right? Because there was people were all doing that. Now people may say, well, I already had on-prem, let me buy more of those, right? And so the transition to the SaaS may slow down, unless of course you are helping them by moving to SaaS. You are helping them save money. Then in recession, they may rather go for that than continue to pay more money for on-prem. Like FedEx just announced, I think last week, that they are going to get out of all the data centers, move everything to cloud. And they have estimated they are going to save $500 million per year using that. Perfect preparation for recession, right? Cutting down on cost. What are large companies going to focus on? Anything that saves them money. So if your product is not doing that, then I think you're in for a surprise in the market. So people are going to be focused on bread and butter issues, bread and butter products, values, saving money, things like that, driving efficiency. They're going to focus on that. How can I do more with less? All of a sudden now, if you have any program, any software to automate the baggage handling at the airport, as an example, right? And during COVID, if there are smart guys in that space, had they focus instead of thinking, imagine now, this is a perfect example. Hospitality market, travel market was totally at standstill. So nobody was funding any startup, nobody was focusing on that problem. Imagine if there was a startup which was trying to automate baggage handling, had started just before COVID or during COVID time. They would have had the product by now. See, the world is going through right now. I see on my Instagram, so many people are putting this out there, or they've lost their baggage, the baggage is not coming, there is a shortage of workers, there is a shortage of system. Imagine the world is going through upheaval in that. I'll tell you, every single airport will buy the software. If you think, meaning you have to be in that market to be able to think through. Don't worry about the hype cycle. The problem is going to happen. Even now, if somebody starts this startup, stay focused on that. It has value. If you are creating some value, automation solutions of any kind now are here forever.